Good morning, everybody. I wanted to come on again today. Hopefully, this lovely sun that I'm super happy is out is not going to move and get into my eyes during this, but we'll see what happens. Good morning. I'm super excited to come on again today. I was really energized by being able to come on yesterday, and I really loved seeing some faces I haven't seen in a long time. I'm not going to send out an invite today, but I am going to do a couple shout outs. Well, one particular shout out today, because I think right now we have to kind of have a conversation about something called worrying. And I wanted to talk about it specifically because it was in one of my devotionals today, and it really kind of hit home for me because I am a huge worrier. I used to and still do. I worry about everything. I used to worry about other people's thoughts, opinions, what they were going to think of me. And I don't mean like Joe Blow down the street. I mean, yeah, I thought about that, but mainly I thought about things like my husband, my parents, my siblings, my in-laws, people that were really, really close to me. Their opinions meant absolutely everything to me. And even when I started doing this, I mean, look at me today. If you would have seen where I was at last year, I mean, go back. Hi, Crystal Lee. I'm so happy to see you on here. So if you go back and see some of my videos, I started out as just me. I said, fuck it. I threw down the gauntlet. I just started because I had this urge to want to start this new thing, this new adventure, and it was really exciting. I loved it. And then I started to worry. I started worrying about the message that I was sending, the image that I was sending, the responsibility that was coming from the things that I was saying. And so I would, have to have this special light. I would have to have the stand. I would have to have the right place to do it. I'd have to have my hair done. I'd have to be this image, and I'd have to say certain things based on the responsibility I had to the people that were following me. That was exhausting, actually. I mean, it started out as something incredibly invigorating and exciting and almost therapeutic. But worry came in. Worry started getting its little face in there, and it started attacking everything that I was doing. And that was one of the reasons where things like my faith came into play, where I really needed to let go some of that worry because it was starting to be debilitating. And I had that multiple times. It's not like it just happened once or twice. It was a consistent thing. Worrying became debilitating. And so it started messing with relationships. It started messing with the way that I showed up. It started messing with the way that I lived day to day. It was becoming debilitating. And that is really the best way to say it. It was the reason I was choosing to do anything, whether it was waking up in the morning, to the things that I actually said to the people around me, to choosing to wash my dishes that day. It was everything to me. And so I wanted to talk today because, and I mean, I am almost even worrying right now because I'm changing hands all the time. I don't have a stand. The sun's coming in my eyes. And it's almost ridiculous. I have to be allowed to let go of the things that are out of my control. It is the thing that we all need to do, is let go of the things that are out of our control. Like, yeah, sure, I could move right now and get out of the sun, but it's really not that big of a deal. And so being able to prioritize what is important is pretty huge. And right now, I know everybody is feeling pretty worried. There's a lot of uncertainties right now. I get it. I feel a lot of the same uncertainties. But at the same time, you have certain things you can control and certain things that you can't control. And when you are having worry and it's starting to burden you, it's starting to take over, it's starting to take over everything that you're doing. This is going to be my shout out moment, and it's amazing because Crystal Lee's on here, so that's fantastic. I want to send you guys to a place. I will put it in here. And the reason I want to send you there, it's More Joy, the More Joy Challenge. It's with Crystal Lee Froze. She is absolutely incredible. And she wrote a book about her meltdown, basically, 8 years ago, and her recovery process through it. And she is the most genuine, down-to-earth type person that I have met in a very long time. And the reason I want to send you guys there is because she has incredible resources. Right now, more than ever, we are all going through some stuff in our own heads. We're worrying. We're having so much going on that sometimes we're not exactly sure that we can ask for help. We're not sure that we can. We're not sure who to ask. And it's really scary. And so the reason I wanted to send you that direction, I will put the link in the comments below. And the reason I wanted to send you there is because she has done a lot of research. She has a lot of experts and specialists that are kind of in her back pocket that she has put in that group, or she knows a way to get a hold of them. She works with health districts, mental health experts, and things like that. And it's a really great place to find out if you need to ask for help. Because there's a time and a place where going and taking a deep breath in a quiet room is all you need. And that is great. But sometimes we can fall deeper than that. And for me, my anxiety that I have had, it debilitates me to the point where I don't ask for help. I feel as though I become a burden to others, and I feel like I can't say anything because they have their own stuff going on that I worry that I will be a burden to them and they won't want me. And then I have the insecurities of feeling unloved and completely and utterly out of control. The insecurity of not feeling, good enough. And that is a very valid feeling. It's a very valid insecurity. A lot of us have it. I've learned a lot about it, and you grow from it. But there's a lot of times where that anxiety stopped me from getting the help that I needed. And I don't want anybody to feel like they cannot ask for help, because you have every right to feel good. You have every reason and right to not feel debilitated by worry, anxiety, depression, whatever it is that's going on right now. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Natalie. And that was part of my reading today, was about, I even posted it on my Facebook today, so if you guys wanted to go back and check it out. Part of it was talking about worry and making sure that the worry that's on us, that's based on feeling trapped and scared and alone, feeling like we're a burden, the anxiety and the depression that gets us into those holes that are really freaking hard to get out of. Now, if you have the resources, like the place that I am going to tag in here, the More Joy Movement with Crystal Lee Froze, which is absolutely incredible. She has a lot of resources, especially in Saskatchewan, because she's from Momart, Saskatchewan. And I know there's so many of us out there, especially in Saskatchewan right now, that we grow up a lot like that. We grow up as survivors. We grow up that we can get through anything, which we can, but we don't tend to ask for help very often. And that is a little bit sad, because there is no shame in asking for help. We should be damn proud to have the guts to speak up for the things that we need. Don't ever feel that you should have shame for doing that, because you deserve to speak up for the things that you need. So I will tag that in here after this. And the other part of it was that my other reading or whatever that I was reading was the responsibility that we have when we do speak. And I think Krista Lee Froese has really done very well with this. She talks about the things that affected her in a very personal way, but she also has the resources backing the information, and that is huge. That is something that unfortunately I cannot do at this point, and I'm okay with that. But when we open our mouths as anybody that is an influencer, politician, leader in your community, your schools, your churches, anybody that is leading and opening their mouths and speaking what they consider their truth, you gotta remember you have a responsibility. And if you are opening your mouth and spouting some harsh stuff, that is your responsibility. And I know there's a lot of leaders right now that, I mean, that's a hard position to be in, especially our politicians and our governments. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't agree with everything that gets said or done, but I also know that it's a very difficult job and it's a very difficult thing to do, especially right now. I mean, they have never had a pandemic before. So whether you agree with what they're doing or you don't, it is totally your choice. But let's have a little bit of grace towards ourselves right now. Let's have a little bit of grace towards others right now. And try to come back to what we have that we've been missing. Let's come back to this humanity part that we seem to have been missing out on. And get out of our own heads. Ask for help when we need it. And try to curve that worry so that it doesn't take over. Doesn't take over your relationships, doesn't take over your life, because you don't need that. You're so amazing. You don't need to feel like you're a burden to anyone, because you're not. You're beautiful, you're intelligent, you are incredibly strong. I mean, look at all the things that you have accomplished already in your life. I can guarantee that it's incredible. You've already gotten through 100% of the shit-tastic days that you have had in your life, and you're going to get through the rest of them. You're going to get through this, and we can all do it together. So that is pretty much what I wanted to come and talk today about. It was really something I was really excited about. I didn't worry about my appearance. I didn't worry about whether I was shaking. I mean, I did a little bit. I mean, I got the sun coming in right now, which is wonderful. I'm happy that the sun is out, but I keep kind of shifting. So remember, you have some control, and then there's some stuff that you just need to let go of. And you got to find out what those are. So thank you very much for joining. If this is your first time seeing me, it's kind of cool. Thanks for coming on. If you're catching the replay, thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you can reach out if you need it. And I really suggest going and joining that More Joy Challenge. It has wonderful resources. So I will tag that underneath. So if you are needing those resources, come on back and they will be there for you. So thanks for catching me, and have a wonderful day, and take care.